We're going to start with Judge Mathis. All right, let me read the caption. Judge Mathis says reconciliation with his wife is near. He's been spending time with her again and hasn't, left the house since since he got in trouble for his busy schedule. White Star GB. We spoke about this on a previous show where he had a run-in with like TMZ, and he was at the airport talking about how he was having some trouble in his marriage because of his busy schedule. And I guess based on his moving from the show, from the TV, he would be spending more time with his wife, and he wasn't. So now, he said he wasn't going to give up on his marriage. Now he's saying he's trying to reconcile.
Right.
What do you feel about this one?
I feel two ways. The first way is I'm going to take everything at face value. And his wife looks completely insane. To think that a man who's worked his whole career, grinded, can't have a little time to adjust to being home and do all the things that he wanted to do. At the end of the day, like, we're all married people, right? But we are all individual people as well too, right?
Agree.
Where we have to strike a little bit of a balance between the individual and the collective, right?
Yes.
Maybe he put a little bit too much into the individual bag, after coming off of a grind. Like, he hasn't been around, but he put too much into like those golf dates and the playing pool and hanging out, drinking late, and all those things that he couldn't do when he was on the grind. That's me taking everything at face value. She looks incredibly selfish, right? Now, me looking deeper into it and getting a little old man wisdom from Judge Mathis and his wife, she played a new trick by filing for a divorce, right? Maybe there was a chick, right? But she's not making it where she look crazy if she come back home.
Wow, I never thought about it like that.
So those are my two angles where, like, yo, I'm going to put the heat on you publicly, but I'm not going to make it look crazy. I'm still going to protect our union so that when I do, or if I do come home after threatening you publicly like this, I don't look crazy coming home. Those are my two takes.
Okay, I get it. Because I really thought his wife is filing for divorce because he's just too busy. I thought that was a crock of shit.
Famously, Ari from Entourage came into that same problem, right? He was too busy grinding, promised his wife that he was going to retire, and he just kept going back to the game, and finally she got sick and like left him. You know what I mean?
Maybe it could actually.
And I felt like she was so. I didn't hate her. Like, I empathized with her because she came for money, so they didn't need it. But his passion, his career, like he was good at being a he was good at being a
he was an agent.
Yeah, like he was good at his job, and he had a second run at it.
So, do you think it's selfish to kind of strip a man of like his identity?
Yes.
Like, his identity was being out there working.
Yes.
Doing his show and doing all the other stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
And she wants to kind of take that away from him.
It's grounds for a divorce.
On his end?
For her end. Like, I don't think he would file. I don't think the man in that case would file. But he wouldn't concede to his wife, which would force her hand into divorcing. And I completely understand all parties.
Honestly, I just feel like it's so difficult with these situations because there are certain expectations of being a man to bring certain things to the table.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Man,
like if everything is the way it is on the surface from what they're saying, you kind of gotta, like, I understand you can't neglect your relationship, you can't neglect your significant other,
but life is hard.
But you know who you married. And then definitely 39 years in, I think women get a little more they're not as reactive to things that happen with their husbands. They kind of know
doing
in
your
a sense
job as a husband good enough, they don't feel like nothing's wrong. Nothing ever happened. The roof never leaked. Like shit never had. Like nothing ever had. We never had any catastrophes.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it happened, like it smashed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, as soon as, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
And that's why I deem it selfish. Or we could go to conspiracy theorists and go the other way, which I am, even if, you know, things don't have to happen, but sometimes you have a thought about it happening and you're looking at it and be like, that would be dope if she handled that other situation. Let's just say he had a little young thing that he was running around with. And he was just fucking them girls. He was gonna get right back. You know what I mean? But, you know, he got a little goofy with the new pussy. You know what I mean?
That's what I think it is.
Right.
Like him being out and him being ripping and running. If he had a little thing going on here or there,
right,
while he's working, all right, now you're slowing down on your career. Let's slow down on that extra activity too.
Right. Or I found out, and let's put an end to this. Matter of fact, nah. Call up TMZ. Yo, Judge Mathis getting a divorce, file the work and all that. He paying for it. You gotta publicly fight for me. He publicly fighting for his wife, which, as a married man, is admirable.
Why though?
I mean, we always say
he didn't publicly disrespect her or something come out publicly.
Right.
Like why would you put him in that position where he has to fight for his marriage in the public eye?
Because certain people know how much he was wilding and maybe like, yo, you know.
The world didn't know though. Maybe some insiders knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how cool that is, bro. I don't know how cool that is. But shout outs to Judge Mathis. Hopefully everything works out for him.